everyone on mute for first 10 minutes because students will be keep on joining. Maybe their background noises might cause us disturbance. Later after 10 minutes, I'll give option for you so that you can unmute yourself.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. Once again, welcome to this Amazon Web Services. It's a cloud technology, and myself, Raven, I will be your trainer. Before jumping into the course, let me give you a brief introduction about myself. I'm a senior cloud architect with AWS and a senior DevOps engineer having 7 plus years of IT experience. I'm an organizational trainer. That means I give corporate training for real-time employees. You see, sometimes because of the project requirements, companies have to train their employees on particular technologies. Similarly, whenever there is a requirement for the company to train their employees on AWS cloud technology, they invite me. I will go through the project requirement quickly and I will start training the employees within a span of 1 to 2 weeks because they don't have much time like months to learn it and implement in production. That is the reason why whatever the services are needed for their project purpose, I will train them quickly in weeks so that they are good to work on the project immediately. That is called corporate training. And I also represent my company in tech meetings. I'm an official recruiter of my company and I take interviews for AWS, DevOps and Linux, both online as well as offline. These days we are all working from home, so I'm taking all these, Skype rounds. Being said that, from my end, you will be having 100% job assurance. Whenever there are any openings in my organization or my known organization where my friends are the recruiters, they usually I prefer my students. That means you guys. As I've been teaching for a while now, I'm having a very good teaching experience teaching students as well as experienced candidates from different educational backgrounds, not only from India but also across the globe. When I say experienced candidate, you see, even people who have 10, 15, 20 years experience also attend my classes. Who are these people? Like you see, managers, senior managers, team leaders, technical leads, these people. Because being in that position, they have to manage all technologies of people under them. And these days, cloud technology became mandatory since a cloud engineer also works in their team. If they have to talk to cloud engineer, at least they need to know some knowledge about the cloud. That is the reason why these people attend my classes. In fact, I take advantage of this. Even after completing the course also, they keep in touch with me. Whenever there are any openings in their organization, they immediately inform me and they prefer my reference. And these are the projects which I have worked on, like from my career starting onwards. Flipkart, WinLabs, Barclays, Checkpoint, Home Union, British Telecom, DBS Bank and Opera. So I worked on almost all domains, you see, like e-commerce, multimedia, banking, telecom, software, all this. So on a high level, this is all a brief introduction about myself. Next. As part of today's class, let's see what are the points we are going to discuss. So what is cloud computing? What are the pillars of this cloud technology? Industry. When I say industry, these software companies, how these software companies are working before cloud came into the market and how they are running now after cloud came into the market. And then we'll discuss why we should go only with AWS, because you see, other than AWS there are so many other cloud service providers in the market. Let's discuss why we should go only with AWS, and we'll see what are the modules which we are going to cover as part of our course. Certification. If you take this course, what are the certifications you can crack? What is the advantages of having certification? How it affects your designation and your salary structure? All these things. And I will walk you through the syllabus document, the PDF document. In fact, after today's class, you will get both recorded video as well as syllabus PDF document. By end of this course, if you learn this course, after learning this course, what it makes difference in your career, like where you can see yourselves after learning this course, what is the salary structure that you can expect, what are the different positions you will be expecting once you're searching for jobs. All these things you will be discussing. Fine. Next, who is this Hemant? Don't please play with that video option. So before starting the technical session, you see, usually I know every batch for me is a combination of non-technical freshers, gap candidates. It's a combination of all types of people. That is the reason why before starting the technical session, let's discuss some very general points where usually so many of you will be having many doubts. No AWS, no IT job. Why did I say this, guys? You see, let's discuss a practical thing. What is the nature of an IT employee? A basic necessity. They sit in front of a laptop or desktop and they have to work. Right? Now also they have to sit in front of system and they have to work. But what is happening now? This system is launched in a new technology called cloud. That means the basic necessity of a software employee, which is a laptop or desktop, whatever it is, itself is launched in a technology called cloud. If you don't know that cloud technology, how can you go inside that mission first of all? If you don't know what is that cloud technology, that is the reason why cloud technology, AWS cloud technology became a basic necessity if you have to bag an IT job, if you have to get an IT job. That you can even cross check in the job descriptions of this Naukri, LinkedIn profiles, all these things. Okay. Next, AWS is must and should for freshers especially. Why did I say freshers, guys? Usually, experienced candidates will. One moment. Guys, are you able to hear my voice, everyone, clearly?
Yes, we are able to hear your voice. Yes,
Who is
it's
that?
audio very clear.
Yeah, who is that Mukkara Malli? I think it's. Please check your volume, maybe from your end. All the other students are able to hear clearly. Just check on your end. Okay. Fine. Freshers especially, somehow in not only in AWS cloud technology, in general, whenever you go in any field, experienced candidates will get job immediately, but freshers have to struggle to get a job. But luckily with AWS you no need to have that fear, because what is this AWS cloud technology? It's still coming in the market. So many companies are slowly taking that AWS cloud technology into their projects, into their companies. When the technology itself is new in the market, still coming into new in the market, how can they expect so much experience from the candidates? So companies are also fine with recruiting the freshers. The only thing they are looking in the freshers is whether they are able to crack the interview or not. So who are like this year passed out, last year or at least 2 years before passed out, absolutely you can choose this as your career choice, because you can start with higher packages compared to other technologies. And these are most important doubts usually asked by students. No need any prior IT experience, guys. To learn this AWS cloud technology, to understand what I am teaching you, to get job in this technology, you no need to have any previous IT experience. In fact, you no need to have any technical experience. To say simply, let's say we used to learn ABCD starting, right? When we are in childhood, the first thing we start learning is ABCD. For learning that, is there any prerequisite? Do you have to have any knowledge? The only thing is you need to know how to speak. Same is the case here. To learn this AWS technology and to understand this, you no need to have any previous knowledge. Whatever I'm going to teach you as part of the course, I'm starting from zero level, from scratch. Next, no need to learn Linux or any other tools. Linux is also other kind of OS, guys. Like how Windows is an OS, Linux is also other kind of OS. In Linux, we work on CLI. CLI means command line interface. We need to type commands in the terminal, all those things. Whereas AWS is GUI. GUI means graphical user interface. Means all the options you can see in front of you only. Like you see here, transitions, design, insert, find, animation. How you are able to see all the options in front of you? Once we start practicing from next class, everything, all the options, everything we will be seeing in front of you only. As part of the course, I am going to teach you what are those options, how you have to use them, what happens if you use which option. All these things I am going to teach you. Literally, you don't need to use your keyboard. Everything you can do with your mouse. That much easy is AWS. Next, yeah, this is most commonly asked out. No need to have any programming language background, guys. So C, C++, Java, Python, Node.js, what are these? These are all called programming languages. And who works on these? Developers. What is the nature of these developers? They write code. That means already in the companies, there are people who will be writing code. But who are we? We are DevOps. We are cloud engineers. So what is our nature of job? We don't have anything to do with coding. So usually so many students ask me like Revan, I don't know coding. Even I'm not interested in writing at all a code. So can I learn this and can I get job on this? Yes, absolutely. We don't have anything to do with code, guys. We are cloud engineers. We are not developers. That is the reason why I said anyone can learn AWS. Next, more job opportunities both for freshers as well as experienced candidates. Why more job opportunities? Simple logic. Why? Because the technology which you are learning is of high demand. That is the reason why you are getting more job opportunities. For whether you are a fresher or experienced, that doesn't matter. The only thing the company people are looking is whether you are able to crack the interview or not. That's it. And these opportunities not only in India, guys. You have opportunities in abroad as well. Because this cloud technology is being used across the globe, not only in India. So being said that, from my last two batch students, so many of them like applied for this PR visas, this permanent resident for Canada, Australia, like that. But due to that pandemic situation, they closed that visas, giving visas for PR. Even though they got selected, they got scores, everything, they are ready. But they did not give visas because of this corona situation. Once they have removed that ban, they immediately fly there and they applied the jobs on this AWS. In this pandemic situation, they took this course. Luckily, after they went there immediately when they applied jobs on this AWS technology, they got them immediately. So they did not waste their time. Luckily, they have chosen AWS, which is of very huge demand in the market. Right? So if you observe carefully, these are all some general points, nothing related to technical. Very general points where so many of you are having some doubts with. And then yeah, this is the one more thing so many ask me like what is the salary structure we can expect once we take this course. You see guys, as per this experience category, this is the package you can expect. So this is recommended for freshers, IT and non-IT guys who are about to learn this AWS and shift their career towards AWS. These are the salary structures. So whatever the salary you're getting now, we will make sure on top of that you will be getting 40 to 50% hike once you start applying for AWS jobs. Because as per the market standards, if you have AWS in your resume, we can ask for 40 to 50% hike as per the market standards. So now let's start the technical session. So we are all here today to discuss about this AWS cloud technology. So what do you mean by cloud, guys? Anyone? You don't need to say one complete sentence. At least you can say me some keywords. What do you mean by cloud technology? Anyone? I have given you option. You can unmute yourselves and you can answer the question. Yeah, you can chat also, no issues. Store the data. Okay, Reshma says store the data. And Subramanian says it's a level of cache. Some complex word. Okay. Store data. Cache level. Any others? store the huge amount of data. Yeah, it's almost like same on store data. Anything new? Anything? For an external device, it's almost the same answer. Everyone is saying the same one almost with different words. Store data, you're all saying. Fine. Let it be guessed. Now let me explain so that others also will understand. So what I will do, instead of explaining straight away the official definition, which might contain some complex English words, some technical words. I know all of you might not be understanding because so many of you are freshers and non-technical people. What I do, first I will explain a normal example, which where I use very simple English words, which everyone know. Then I will compare that example with the official definition so that everyone can understand very easily. So what we said, tomorrow once you learn this cloud technology, you all will be called as software engineers, IT employees. So let me list out the resources what are required for starting an IT company. If you want to start a software company, what are the list of resources we need to? What I'm listing them one by one. First one is servers. So for starting a company, I mean the laptops or desktops, whatever they are, those are very minimum requirement. Why do I say servers? Servers is not exactly same as laptop base. Let's say my laptop is having 8 GB RAM. Maybe servers will have some 50 GB RAM. Servers means nothing but they are also machines only. The configuration is more. Hard disk is more, RAM is more, CPU is more like that. Okay, let's say one server cost 1 lakh. For starting an IT company, at least we need 100 servers, right? At the minimum. So at this stage itself, you are spending 1 crore. Second, is only servers enough for starting an IT company? You need to buy OS and you need to install them. Third, you need to buy softwares, you need to install them. You cannot use like how we use free trial or crack versions. Maybe we use them in our laptops or desktop at home. But in real-time companies, you need to use enterprise version. Enterprise version means you need to buy them, not free. Next, fourth point is networking. What do you mean by networking, guys? Networking is so we are all having 100 machines in our company. So what we need to connect them? Why we need to connect them? Then only they will be able to communicate with each other. So how can you connect them? You need to buy that wires, routers, switches, cables, modems, all these things. So at this stage also you need to spend some money for buying all this stuff. Fifth, maintenance. So if you want to establish an IT company, like you need to rent a commercial space, you need to buy furniture, CC cameras, air conditioning, security, biometrics, all these things falls under maintenance. Sixth one, monitoring. What do you mean by monitoring, guys? There are two types of monitoring. One is internal monitoring, another one is external. Internal means something related to software. So suddenly when you are working, your laptop got stuck. So what can be the issue? Maybe hard disk is full, maybe CPU utilization reach 100%, something related to software, that is called internal monitoring. You need to take care of it. Second is external. External means related to hardware. So suddenly laptop fall down from my desk. Maybe the monitor has got some crack, keyboard is not working. All this falls under external. Who need to take care of it? You are buying, you need to take care of it. That is called monitoring. Second, admin. I can't alone work on 100 missions, right? I need to employ people like system administrators, database administrators, networking administrators, all these people. So on an average, even though if I pay like 50,000 per month, in the form of salaries, I need to spend crores of rupees. And finally, last but not least, it's all about time. For getting ready with one server, it is taking me 10 days. Why it is taking me 10 days, guys? This is a physical setup. You need to order machines that have to come from courier. And again, on top of that, you need to do all these things, OS, software, networking, everything. Since this is a physical setup, That means on premises. What is the technical name of physical setup? We call it as on premises. That is the reason why it is taking 10 days for getting ready with one server. Now why I am saying all these things, guys? So I said I will be explaining you the definition of cloud. But why I am saying all these things? Yes, there is a absolute reason. Now I am explaining you the definition of cloud. Please listen carefully. Whatever the resources I have listed, you see that point 1 to 8. All these resources are maintained somewhere in their physical location. What is the technical name of that physical location? We call them as data center. Who is maintaining them in their data center? A company called AWS. That means this AWS company is maintaining all these resources, this 12.8, all these resources in their physical location, which is called as a data center. And what they are doing from there, they are renting. Renting means like how you rent Ola, Uber, you rent, right? Similarly, what these people are doing, they are renting servers, OS, softwares, networking, all these things they are renting. To whom? To their customers. Who are customers? Where you work after learning this? You work in IT company. So these IT companies are their customers. And how we are accessing them? How you practice all these things with the help of internet. How you will launch mission, how you launch a database, how you launch any server with the help of internet. Fine. And in return, what you need to do? It's not a free of service. It is their business. So what we will do? These IT companies, they will pay them for whatever you use. You pay it to the AWS. So let's say you launch a mission and use it for 1 hour. So you pay only for 1 hour. Let's say you launch a mission and use for 30 minutes. You pay only for 30 minutes for AWS. This is called definition of cloud, guys, in a simple terms. I did not use any complex words. I did not use any terminology which is complex. Everyone can use. Whatever the words I have written on the screen, we listen and we use in our daily life. Okay. So now I hope all of you understood the definition of cloud. Can anyone give me any real-time example which we are using in our daily lives, which falls under a cloud technology?
Google Drive.
Right. Google Drive is a perfect example. You can say Google Drive. Okay. What is Google Drive? Why we use it? For which purpose?
Sharing documents.
For storage. Right. So storage means definitely somewhere hard disk should be there. So do you know where is this hard disk? India, Australia, Canada. You know where it is?
In data center, it's
Yeah. You don't know where it is. It's somewhere. Can you touch? Yeah. Can you touch it physically? No.
No.
But are you able to access every day?
Yeah.
Yes. How? With the help of internet. Same, guys. Same. How Google company is providing storage to their customers in the form of a name called Google Drive. Similarly, AWS company is providing all these resources to their customers in the form of cloud technology. That's it. So when I asked you earlier what is the definition of cloud, so many of you say me like storage data, someone said cache level. You see, guys, cloud technology means not only deals with only storing data. For running an IT company, if you have to establish an IT company, whatever the resources you require, all those resources are being provided in the cloud. That is the reason why now, if you go and walk into IT companies now, you don't see 1500, 2000 missions like olden days. If you go in olden days IT companies, you see thousands and 2000 missions. But nowadays, you just open one laptop. From one laptop, you can control 1000, 2000, 3000, any number of missions. This is called cloud technology. Since cloud technology is having this much power, all companies are moving towards cloud technology. And that is the reason why there is a huge demand for cloud engineers in the current market. Fine. Now, let's discuss the official definition. If anyone asks you the official definition, this one, guys, you can find it in the website, in the AWS website. Cloud computing is the on-demand delivery. On-demand means within minutes. Whatever you want to launch within minutes. But if you want to launch in physical, you need to wait days. Here within minutes. On-demand delivery of what you're demanding? IT resources, computers, hard disks, softwares, etc., etc. That 1 to 8 points. How you are demanding through a platform called AWS, and how you are accessing them with the help of internet. In return, you are paying to the AWS. What is the pricing model? We call it as pay as you go. Pay as you go means how much you use, you pay only that much. That is called pay as you go model. This is the official definition, guys. The cloud technology. If anyone asks you, like, what is the definition of cloud in a single sentence, you can say this also. Accessing IT resources provided by a cloud provider through internet. Web. Web means internet. This is the definition of cloud. Next, what are the pillars of this cloud technology? On demand means just now we discussed. Whatever you want to launch, within minutes you can launch. Database, server, networking, anything within minutes. Next is scalable. What do you mean by scalable, guys? Anyone respond? What do you mean by scalable? In general, scalability, scalable. What is the meaning of it?
I think it's like if any system is suddenly shut down,
Okay.
it's automatically we can automatically we can start the another system like it will take in real time. If system is shut down suddenly, if automatically restart, we have to provide to another system, right? But in scalable
Yes.
means it's same configuration. We can with the span of minutes we can restart the another system. I think.
Yeah, it's a kind of answer, but exactly to be clear, first of all, the word scalability means you can increase or decrease. Yeah, some of you said in the chat box, I seen it. Increase or decrease. Fine. Next comes the question. In IT, what can you increase and what can you decrease? CPU, RAM, hard disk, number of machines. So sometimes you see, as per the business requirement, you need to increase the RAM, decrease the RAM, increase the hard disk, decrease hard disk, increase number of machines, decrease number of machines. So both can be done. Both should be done also as part of the project. So let me explain you how this scalability works in real time. Being a cloud engineer, tomorrow once you join the company, how this scalability concept works as part of your business. Let me explain you with a real time example. So let's consider in this example, I am a owner of a company called Flipkart. Since we all know Flipkart, that's why I have taken that example. We all do online shopping, right? And let me consider some 3 days: August 14th, August 15th, and then August 16th. So if being a owner of Flipkart and I'm having my physical office, not so what we're comparing in this example of physical versus cloud. So I am having servers, machines in my office. What will be there inside machines? The data, all the information, product which I am selling to the customers. All the information related to the data, like mobiles, cosmetics, gadgets, electronics, clothing, everything. How customers will be accessing? So we do online shopping, right? You open mobile, laptop or desktop, you type flipkart.com. So your customer's request will reach my servers. What is this? This is called, it's called incoming request. And return, they receive something called outgoing response. You see, this incoming request plus outgoing response together we call it as web web traffic. This is a technical word, guys. This is a technical word. So remember this. Web traffic means nothing but the life cycle of a traffic. The traffic leaves the customer's device and reach my server, and it collects the information wanted to the customer and it shows to the customer. This is called web traffic. Okay, fine. Now let's continue with the example. So what happens, because here there are 2 days. One is a normal day, another one is a special day. Which is special day? Where you get holiday on this days? August 15th, right? So it is some like Independence Day sale, this big billion day sale you have in online offers. First, let's consider a normal day. What happens usually on a normal day? Will customers do shopping that much? There are no offers. Usually the prices are on higher side. The shopping will be less. That many people don't do shopping. So indirectly, the web traffic is less. So that means the load coming on my machines is less. Now comes the question: how do you calculate load on a machine, guys? What is the technical word you use to calculate load on a machine? Anyone? How do you calculate load on a machine? Are you able to hear me, guys? How do you calculate load on a machine? What is the term you use?
Scaling?
Not exactly scaling. Any others? You see, CPU percentage. If so many persons are accessing your website automatically, the CPU percentage of your machine will be more. If less people are accessing your machine, the CPU percentage will be less. Fine. Now let's consider the same thing on a special day. Yeah, you can go on mute this. Once you answer your question, please go on mute. Generally, there is the huge discounts, right? On a big billion day sale, Independence Day sale. So that means so many customers will be doing shopping. The web traffic is also more, which means the load coming on my servers is more. Now let's discuss what will happen if the load on servers is more. You see, guys, if my CPU percentage is till 90%, it's okay. I am on safe side. Nothing happened to my website and my servers. But if CPU percentage reaches or crosses 100%, what happens? My servers will be
Maybe
down. So sometimes we hear, right, whenever you're trying to access any website, they'll say the website can't be reached. What is the reason? They say website is crash. What do you mean by website is crash, server is crash? This one. So many people are trying to access website at the same time that the servers are unable to take the load and they got crashed. That is called server is crash or website is crashed. Fine. So we know the problem on August 15th. What is the solution, guys? What is the solution on August 15th now? What we need to do to come out of this problem?
need
They
to
need
be
to take the physical servers.
Right. We need to increase our missions. Fine. So we know the solution. So we need to increase the missions. Next comes the question. Here comes the question. How many servers you need to increase? How can you decide that? 3 or 10 or 1000 or 2000? How many? How can you know that? For that,
Depends upon traffic.
yes. For that, you need to guess how many customers will do shopping. Is it really possible practically? Can you guess how many people will do shopping? No.
no.
Not exactly.
Not exactly. So it's okay. Let's assume you estimated some 1 crore people will be doing shopping on August 15th. For that, you said, I need some 3 servers extra for handling the load of 1 crore people. Can you get ready with 3 servers within 1 day? What did we discuss? For getting ready with
Physically,
1
it's not
server?
possible.
No,
Yeah,
not
physically
possible.
not possible.
Physically not
Okay.
possible.
So whatever we are discussing, yeah, all is physical. So this is the disadvantage if you go with a on-premises technology. If your servers are launched in a physical manner in Office, this is the disadvantage. Now let's discuss the same scenario if you are launching your missions in a cloud technology. So what happens is the same scenario on August 15th also in my cloud in AWS cloud I have 2 missions. But what I will do on August 15th I will give one condition to AWS saying that if the average CPU utilization on my missions is more than 90%, launch one mission immediately. So what will happen, guys? Initially I'm having 2 missions only on August 15th also in my cloud technology. The moment I give this condition, first AWS will calculate load on these 2 missions. If it is more than 90, what it will do? It will launch one mission. Again, it will calculate load on other 3. If it is still more than 90, again it will launch. Like that, it keeps on launching until this condition is satisfied. So now respond, guys. Is there any possibility that my website will be down with this condition given on August 15th?
No.
No. Even the 1 crore people, 5 crore people, 10 crore people might be doing shopping. I no need to worry because automatically my missions are also increasing as people are increasing. So this style of increasing your missions automatically, that is a main important thing else, automatically. As per your business requirement, we call it as scale up. Now come back to the again physical example. It's okay. Let's assume somehow you managed to buy some 3 machines on August 15th and you have done your business well. So what happens on August 16th? How many systems will be there in your office? Same, 5. So now respond guys. Will same people of that much amount of people will be doing shopping on August 16th? There are no offers.
No,
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 So is there any requirement of 5 machines for you on August 16th?
no.
not at all.
But you can't do anything. You already purchased it. These are physical machines. You just some brand new machines you purchased just 10 days back. You can't sell it. But still you have to maintain those resources. So what you're doing, you're wasting your
Money,
resources. So if you're wasting your resources, indirectly you're wasting your money.
money.
That is not at all a good business practice. Now let's discuss the same situation on what happens in a cloud. So even in cloud technology also I have 5 machines on August 16th. What I will do on August 16th, I will give one more condition to AWS. I will say if the average CPU percentage is less than 30, terminate or delete one mission. The moment I give this condition, what happens guys? AWS will calculate load on the 5 machines. If it is less than 30, it will remove one mission. Again, it will calculate load on remaining 4. If it is still less than 30, again it will, like that it keeps on terminating until this condition is satisfied. So what I am achieving, you see what I am achieving on August 16th by giving this condition. I am making sure my website is always available to the customers. At the same time, I am making sure I am not wasting my resources. This is how we have to do a business. You should not compromise at the quality, but at the same time, you need to maintain it in an economical way. So this style of decreasing your number of missions as per your business requirement without compromising the quality is called scale down. What is this whole process guys? Increasing your missions, decreasing your missions automatically, not manually. These things, everything is automated. So that is the reason why this whole process, increasing or decreasing together, we call it as, someone said already,
Auto scaling.
we call it as auto
Scaling.
scaling. Not only scaling, auto scaling. Auto means automatic. AWS became so famous because of this auto scaling guys. Not only AWS, you see, YouTube, Facebook, Google. What do you think? Let's say some movie trailer released in the middle of the night on Friday sometime. So many people will start seeing the YouTube. So do you think the engineers working in YouTube company, they keep on launching servers manually to handle the load? No. Everything is automated. In the middle of the night, no one will work. That is the reason why this auto scaling is so much important. This is how in real time we use auto scaling. In fact, in our regular class, I am going to explain you practically and in much more clearly the other options also, which falls under this auto scaling. Next is third one, pay for whatever use. What happened when you are using cloud technology? On August 15th, you pay for 5 missions. Physically also 5 missions. But when it comes to August 16th, in cloud you pay only for 2 missions. But physically again you are paying for 5 missions. So this is a loss, physical setup. But cloud is a save. You can save the money. This is called pay for whatever you use. Pay as you go model. Yeah. Now let's discuss some of the points. So tomorrow once you join in the companies as a cloud engineers, you need to know what used to happen before. You see guys, before 5 years there is no cloud technology in IT. But still there are IT companies are there from last 30 years. So how the IT companies used to work, you need to know that. So before cloud and after cloud. So before cloud we need to buy physical servers. The company people order physical machines from somewhere. They used to come in courier, they have to unpack it, all these things. But what is happening now? Renting virtual servers. Here buy physical, here rent virtual. That much difference. Next, more traffic. You need to buy more servers. Same our example which we discussed. What happened? On August 15th, more traffic is coming. So you need to estimate before only. So if you are planning to give any sale in online, You need to buy servers 10 days before or 20 days before and keep ready on August 15th. But here, you no need to get ready anything. Automatically scale up and scale down as per the traffic. Why? We have given the condition CPU more than, CPU less than. So automatically it will take care. Next, monitoring and maintenance of servers. Who have to monitor and maintain? Me. If you are buying something, you need to take care of it. But here, who is giving for you everything? AWS. So zero maintenance headaches. You just focus on your project. The infrastructure will be taken care by AWS. This setup is expensive. Obviously, it's a common sense, right? If you buy something, it is expensive. If you rent something, it is cheap. And finally, the last point is you may lose your servers or data. But here they are saying you will never lose your servers. Yes, guys, this really used to happen. Before cloud technology is not there in the market, literally companies sometimes they used to lose their servers and the data inside the servers. They can't do anything because there is no cloud technology at that time. So let me explain this example practically, which happened with me in my previous company where we were not using cloud missions. This one. So I'll give you a real-time example which happened with me in my previous company. I was working in a banking project for MNC company, and in some banking projects they don't use this cloud because they don't want to migrate their data. So I am working on physical machines. So let's say this is my physical laptop. So what my client said, Revant, along with your team, develop an application within 10 days and give me demo after 10 days. I said it's okay, fine. So I have me along with my team, we have developed an application within 10 days, and tomorrow morning is the demo date. I need to give demo to my client the next day. So what happened? Previous day night, one of my friend plugged in his pen drive to copy some files. Unfortunately, that pen drive was affected with virus. So you know how a system behaves once if it gets affected with virus. You can't create any folder, you can't open any folder, you can't bring out any data first of all. So you see what happened here? We have showed the data is safe inside, but we are unable to take it outside. So literally I have lost my server and I have lost the data inside my server. Now let's discuss the same scenario. What might have happened if I have launched my mission in a cloud technology where I need to give demo to my client. So what do you think is this data center is having its data center? Is AWS is having only one data center or many? What do you think?
Many.
Many. So what is the official definition of that data center? We call them as region. So India is a region, US is a region, UK is a region, Australia is a region, Canada, like that. In 25 plus countries, they are having their data center. Next, again, please be on mute. Once you answer your question, please be on mute. Again, regions are divided into availability zones. Pramod, go on mute. Easy. Availability zones. So in this example, let's consider two regions for our example purpose. One is India region. Another, I am having one data center is in Chennai. Another data center is in Delhi, something like that. So that is called availability zones. Similarly in US, one data center I am having in Miami. Another data center I am having in San Francisco. Something like that. Now come back to our example. So I have launched one of my mission in Chennai data center, and I have developed my application inside it where I need to give demo to my client. So now listen carefully, guys. Whenever you launch any system and you have some data inside that machine in cloud, in AWS cloud, what AWS will do? AWS will take complete backup of that machine and the data inside the machine in the same availability zone. Not only in the same availability zone, but also in another availability zone of the same region. Not only in the same region, in fact, it will take one more backup in the another region's availability zone. How is this all possible? First of all, you see, all these regions, data center, availability zones, everything belongs to AWS. So AWS can do whatever they want. And what they are doing, they are taking this backup mechanism. Now let's discuss what it has advantage for us because of this backup technology. How can it is advantage for us? Let's discuss that. Now you see guys, let's say when I'm giving demo to my client from this mission, suddenly this mission got down with a virus attack. Let's assume, but still I can give demo to my client from my backup mission in the same Chennai data center. Let's assume Chennai data center is down because some let's say it's a coastal region, because of huge floods and cyclones, water came into the data center, everything was flooded. So I can't use Chennai data center, but still I can use my Delhi data center and give demo to my client from the Delhi data center. But still, let's assume Delhi data center is also down. Usually it won't happen. Let's assume for our example, unfortunately. That means one country's data center is down completely, one region data center is down, but still you are able to access your mission and the data inside your mission from another regions, another country's data center. You see, this much backup mechanism AWS cloud technology people are following. That is the reason why they are saying confidently, your servers will never go down. They are not saying just by mouth case, they are giving you a legal document. What is the technical name of that legal document? They call it as
Service level agreement.
Right. We call it a service level agreement. So in one of the chief technical round officer in one of the interview, I think it's the fourth round of my interview. So that CTO was asking like, what is the SLA offered by the AWS to their customers? So what is the answer? 3.
It's a contract between company and vendor.
9. Yeah. So 11 nines of assurance AWS is giving to its customers that you will never lose your servers and the data inside the servers. So what did we discuss guys till now? What is a cloud technology? What it is capable of doing? What are the pillars of this cloud technology? And how the IT companies used to behave, how they used to work before cloud came into the market and how they are working now. Next comes the question, which cloud you need to learn? You see there are so many cloud services, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Alibaba, IBM, Salesforce, Oracle, all this. So how can you choose which one you need to learn, which one you need to get experience with, learn the technology? Simple logic. Where you have more opportunities, you will learn that one. And how can you guess where you have more opportunities? You don't need to guess. Go to Google and search it. These days Google is there. You can collect all the statistics. First of all, what is the cloud share? What is the market share of a cloud? So I have collected that information. You see, the complete cloud market share is $100 billion. Out of them, who is occupying the top list? Amazon Web Services with 33% market share. Next comes Microsoft Azure. Almost double than Microsoft is Amazon. And rest are very few. So what is happening is, if you observe these numbers, these percentages, what can you guess from these percentages? Let's say there are 1000 IT companies, okay? Simple example. Out of them, 700 IT companies are using Amazon Web Services as their cloud service provider. And remaining 300 IT companies are using other cloud service providers in their companies. So you see, 700 companies will have more opportunities compared to 300 companies. I'm not saying if you learn other cloud service providers, you don't get jobs. See guys, there are 300 companies. They are also willing to give you a job. But the only thing is, competition is more, opportunities are less. Whereas here, competition is also more, opportunities are also more. So it is up to you to decide at the end of the day, in which category you want to fall, whether the first category or second category. Right? And absolutely there is no risk with this technology because the future is cloud. So you are already going towards the future technology, which is the future of this IT. Everyone is going to migrate already and already started migrating towards this cloud, all these IT companies. Fine. Next, we'll discuss what are the different services which we are going to discuss as part of our course. You see guys, these are all the official logos. Don't think some diagrams I have drawn. These are the official logos of all the web services given by AWS. So if we count all of these, the total it will be 25 web services. So this is our syllabus guys. As part of our course, we are going to discuss 25 web services. So I said I will walk you through the PDF document, right? You see, this is a PDF document. what is the syllabus. So in fact, after today's class, you will get both recorded video as well as PDF document. Go through this one. If you have any doubts, you can take my contact number from admin team and you can call me if you have any doubts, or you can ask me any of your doubts in the next class, that is on Monday, same time, morning 7:30. Since this is demo, I'm taking some extra time, guys. Don't think everyday time, because I also have office. I also have to run to my office. I know some of you are also working employees. So we'll stick with the timing from tomorrow night, 7:30 to 8:30 from Monday. Yes, coming back to the syllabus. So many of you ask me like, Revant, how did you come up with these numbers? Because AWS means there are thousands and 10,000s of web services. But why you came with 25? The reason for this is, I have designed this course in such a way, whoever takes this course, they are good to crack all the 3 certifications. What are these certifications? All are at which level? Associate level, you see? Associate. You don't know how much demand these certifications is having in the market. You can't expect how much salaries packages they will be offering you. If you have any one, you don't need to have all the 3. At least one you have huge demand in the market. And again, don't think certification is mandatory for getting a job, guys. Certification is always secondary. The first thing they will check in you is whether the skill set you're having or not, whether you're able. So what I'm trying to say here is, certification is a secondary thing. It's not mandatory for getting job. I usually suggest my students, don't focus on certification now only. First, get the job. Do job for 6 to 7 months. Then you will get some real-time exposure and real-time experience. Then focus on cracking the certification. That is the best approach. So now you see here, this is the syllabus overlap pattern. Don't think this is some coloring pattern. So if you learn what is the syllabus overlap, this is syllabus overlap. If you learn first, prepare for which certification, automatically you can crack the other 2 certifications easily. How can you crack it? What are the previous exam questions? What you have to do and do not do in the exam? All these things I will take on separate class in our regular class, and regular sessions. Then you will understand much more clearly. Just give me 5 more minutes, guys. I'm about to complete my session and then I will take your doubts. Just bear with me for 5 more minutes. So this is the general information about the course. The duration of course is 2 months. So the timing is every day 7:30 to 8:30 and no classes on weekends. So from Monday to Friday 7:30 to 8:30 AM in the morning our classes. Next, theoretical and practical. You see guys, so many people I see outside, we say 100% practical. What do you mean 100% practical? That means you don't know theoretical knowledge. If you don't know theoretical knowledge, how will you crack interview? In interview, they will ask you theory. If you don't answer the first round of the interview, you won't even pass for the second round. That's why I give equal importance for 50-50, theory as well as lab sessions. So as part of our course, we have lab sessions, as well as before starting the lab sessions, we discuss theory for each and every service. Then only you can crack the interviews and then only you can gain the confidence. Theoretical knowledge is important for cracking interviews. Practical knowledge is important for gaining the confidence when you start joining in the company. And every day you get recorded video, whether you attend my class or not. Every day you get recorded video as well as practice document. You will get that official documentation along with the recorded video. You see, these technical managers, senior managers, they don't have time every day to attend my classes because they know every day they will get recorded video, whether they attend my class or not. So whenever they have some free time, they will go through my recorded video and then they ask me some other time if they have any doubts. Even after today's class also, you will get demo video as well as this PDF, whatever I have shown you. Next, this is very, very important, resume preparation. As I said, for my every batch, I know I am familiar with all these types of people. Freshers, IT experienced, non-IT experienced. Some of you have gap. Earlier you did job, maybe in between you got a gap of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15 years of gap. So how you have to deal with this? How you have to prepare your resume first of all? Leave that to me. At the end of our course, I will validate each and every one of your resumes by talking to you personally, one-to-one discussion, so that I can get to know what is your previous, what you have done earlier. Then only I can convert your resume into AWS Cloud Technology resume. How I will convert it, how can I show you as experienced candidate in AWS, leave that to me. In fact, I will explain you where, if you want to go as experienced candidates, where you can get these experience letters, where can you get all these salary slips, everything I will explain you that concepts, and where you will get that contact persons. Everything I will be giving you personally, so you don't worry about it. The only thing I expect from you is just focus on learning the concepts. Leave this part to me, the resume preparation, getting the certificates, all these things. And also remove this from mind that this AWS cloud technology or IT jobs is only for the persons who have done computers or IT in their engineering. No guys, IT is for everyone. Whether you're a mechanical, civil, automobile, B Pharmacy, M Pharmacy, MBA, HR, BCom, that doesn't matter, MCom. Anyone can learn this AWS and anyone can get job in this. That doesn't matter your educational qualification, irrespective of your educational qualification. And in the end, we will be discussing one biggest of the biggest real-time live project. Whatever we are going to discuss in this live project, the same thing you are going to do. That means that is your nature of job. Once you join in the companies as a cloud engineer, whatever you are going to do, what is expected out of you to do, the same thing we will be discussing in the project. Apart from that, we will be discussing some general things. What is the day-to-day task of a cloud engineer? How you have to troubleshoot issues? How you have to talk in the client calls? What are the real-time scenarios? How you can crack interview and examinations? What is IT working environment? You see, there are some terminologies like stand-up calls, scrum meetings. What are these? These are some IT terminologies which we have to discuss before you join in the company, so that you can go confidently inside a company if you are going as experienced candidate. As I said already, from my end you will be having for sure 100% job assurance. I have so many contacts. I will be referring you guys once at the end of the course, because at the end of the course only you are good to crack the interviews. So leave that to me. Leave this part and this part to me. You just focus on learning the concepts. Yeah, and so many of you ask me this question like, what is the thing I need to have so for practicing? For practicing, you just need to have any basic laptop or desktop, guys. That's it. You don't need to have i5, i7, i3 also will do. And you can ask your doubts in any of these three languages. Language should not be a barrier. We are here to learn the technology, not here to learn some English or Hindi, Telugu, okay? So learning technology, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in any language you are feeling comfortable with. And explanation from zero level. I said right, every batch is a combination of these guys. So that is the reason why I start everything from zero level scratch. Slowly we are going to build our strong foundation from zero level to master level course. So by end of these 2 months, every one of you are equal on the same page. Everyone will fall under the same page when it comes to AWS technology. That is the way I train each every one of you. And finally, my laptop is an empty box case. So what do I mean by empty box means? Let's say as part of our course, somewhere you have to install some software. I don't simply say go to Google and download it. I will show you how to download it, where to download it, how to install it, and how to use it. Everything I will show in our class only, practically. Apart from AWS, I teach and I work on AWS, I mean DevOps, shell scripting, and this Linux. So if you have any technical related doubts or career related doubts on these technologies, you can absolutely ask me. So by this time you have understood, I guess, whatever I am teaching you, everything is simple English. My aim is not to speak some foreign accent or English accent. My aim is to reach every one of you easily. That means all of you should be able to understand what I am teaching. That is my main aim. The first 3 sessions are free, guys. You see, the first 3 sessions. That means today is Sunday, right? So next is on Monday, Tuesday. So till Tuesday it is a free sessions. From Wednesday onwards, the batch will be finalized and the enrolling starts, where the admin team will create a WhatsApp group. So whoever the people are enrolled, they will be added to this WhatsApp group from Wednesday. And every day you will receive the link, classes link in the WhatsApp group itself. You no need to call every day and you no need to check your email. Directly to your WhatsApp group, you will get the everyday class link. That is the first reason. Second one is, whenever you are practicing at home by seeing the recorded video and the soft copy material, if you get any doubt, you no need to wait till the next day class. You can simply paste your, click that screenshot and send me in the WhatsApp group, or you can type your doubt in the WhatsApp group, so that I can clarify your doubt then and there itself. No need to wait till next day. That is the purpose of this WhatsApp group. And at the end of our course, we will be providing a course completion certificate. Ours is a registered institute And this certification you can use in your resumes, you can use in your LinkedIn profiles, where it will be an added advantage for your profile. It gives weightage for your profile when you keep this course completion certificate. And you can pay your fee in installments. So what is the fee, how you can pay it? If you want these details, please contact admin team. You can see the contact number of admin team in the chat box. uh, that mobile number, you can call them and you can get your doubts clarified regarding that fees, how you can pay, all those things. So by end of this course, so if you learn this after 2 months, what are you equal to? Is that right? After completing 2 months, what are you equal to? Let's discuss that. You are equal to a person who is having a real-time experience of 2 to 3 years in a AWS cloud technology. That means how much knowledge a person is having, a real-time employee who is having a 2 to 3 years experience on AWS, that much knowledge you will be having. Why? Because as part of our course, the concepts whichever we are discussing in our regular classes is equal to the real time. Whatever we are doing in real time in offices, the same thing I will be saying in our daily classes. That is the reason why you are equal to the same persons within these 2 months of course. And next, you can crack all the 3 certifications in the first attempt, as I said, because we are covering 25 web services. Getting job is easy, guys. Actually, I forgot to say you, right. For getting job, you don't need to learn all the 25 web services. Even though you learn 14 web services, you get job. Because I myself is an interviewer, I never ask questions on 25 web services. Because in companies, in real-time companies, we use only 14 web services. So even though if you learn 50% of what I teach you, assuming you're a lazy person, but still you'll be getting the job. But if you learn all the 25 web services and practice every day 100% all the 25 web services, then you're good to crack the certifications also. And finally, you find yourself with more job opportunities with very high salary packages, not only in India as well as abroad. Why you are getting high pay, guys? Simple logic, because the technology is of huge demand. In IT, it is always a culture, guys. You see, the top 5 technologies in IT will be always highest paid. Luckily, AWS is in the top 5, and that is the reason why you get huge salary packages. So this is all from my end, guys. So if you are having any doubts, now is the time for you to ask. You can ask me directly so that it will save our time, or you can type in the chat box, which is a bit takes more time. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hi, I am Ashwini. So, sir, I have attended yesterday the DevOps demo. So,
Okay.
what is the difference between DevOps and AWS in terms of technology, in terms of concept, in terms of job opportunities we get, and in terms of package also?
First of all, you see, whenever they are recruiting for any project, in a project, cloud engineers works, DevOps engineers works, database people work, networking, developers, testers, all will work. So, cloud engineers and DevOps engineers are both two different technologies, and they recruit separately for both of them. So, and coming to your doubt, DevOps is an automation technology where you automate everything with the help of DevOps tools like Ansible, this Docker, all these things. Whereas cloud is, you have nothing to do here. Already the options are there automated. The only thing you have to learn in cloud technology is how you have to use that options. That means you're creating the infrastructure, you're creating the servers, you're creating the databases, you're creating the networking, everything. Once you create this infrastructure platform, on top of that, these DevOps people or the developers, testers, all these people will work then. So after you creating this infrastructure, being a cloud engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, one by one.
Yeah, good morning, sir. This is Gopinath.
Okay.
What is the difference between data science and this AWS, sir?
Data science is completely, you see, related to this artificial intelligence, these things, data science. So there you need to learn, you need to have a knowledge of programming languages, a bit of databases, and then you should write completely coding, Python coding, and Python or R, and then on top of that you should learn, you should write on your own the algorithms. So it's not as that easy as we discuss. There are so many concepts to be discussed. I think it's a very big course. And not only that, after learning that course, it is not that much easy. It's a a bit pressurized job, because you see, You need to write on your own the codings, and you need to write on your own the algorithms. So it's completely different technology, data science.
And which is the better, sir? Are you providing this data science? Which is
No,
better?
we are not having like a data science.
I start this now. Is there any relation between AWS and Informatica Cloud, course-wise or work-wise?
Between what? AWS and?
Informatica Cloud.
No, nothing. No, it's completely different.
Actually, I am working with Informatica Power Center.
Okay.
If it's any relationship is there,
I think it's a BI tool also, right?
yeah, BA tool.
Yeah. So it's a BI tool. Actually, you see this Power BI, MS BI, Informatica, Tableau. These are all the days in where you use cloud in a BI tool in the end. Once you start sharing the reports to your client, there you use it's just a small thing of sharing. But other than that, everything is normal BI thing. But here we are proper cloud engineers. Everything you are creating your servers, you have to create networking, everything you do from scratch. And there is no relation between them.
Which database you follow in AWS?
Sorry?
Which database we used in AWS services?
No, we have so many like RDS, non-RDS, SQL, MySQL, both we will be discussing.
Snowflake also will be used. Right?
No, there is no Snowflake. Subramaniam along with AWS, no need. It's no need. If you have time and if you are having interest, you can learn. But as of getting job and for learning AWS, you don't need to have any knowledge on DevOps. That is separate and this is separate. And Siddhartha, will you teach these courses front-end, Salesforce? No, these are something different courses. Siddhartha Verma. Those are something different. I teach only AWS Cloud. That's it.
Sir, and what is the fee structure, sir?
Yeah, that you can contact with the admin team. You go to this chat box. There you can see the admin team contact number. You can contact after the class.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, there is no any other timings because I have rotational shift. Yesterday night 9:30 only I have done my job.
In that case, rotational means somehow our course is 2 months. Even though if you go for evening batch again, you have to change your shift.
Okay.
So that's what I said, right? Whatever the timings you are comfortable, then you can attend straight away. When you are having rotational shift, you can go through the recorded videos. I said already, right? The senior managers, the technical leads, they don't attend every day. Whenever they have time. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that course completion certificate you get for free of cost. It is included as part of the course figures. You don't, Hemant, you don't need to pay separately for that course completion certificate.
Hello, everyone. Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 2018 passed out EEE.
Okay.
My stream is EEE. But I cleared my subjects in 2020 November.
Okay.
Is any difference between freshers and to me?
So, like it's your call. Whether you want to go as a fresher or experience, accordingly we can prepare your resume and we can prepare your, that format of your resume. Depends on your decision. You can go as a fresher as well as experience. That is your call. Accordingly, I will prepare your resume and I will guide you how to answer in interviews.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Raman. This is Vardhan.
Yeah.
In AWS, can we use service node tool?
Service?
Service node tool. It's a ticketing tool.
You see, AWS services are its own services. You can't bring the outer tools and integrate with them. Yes, we can integrate, but not everything. Whatever we are using as part of this AWS, everything is internal to AWS. So you can't bring something outer ones. Because you see all modules, it's having its own services. If you see this, go here for database application network. For every module, it is having its own service. So we no need to use the other one first of all.
Okay, thank you.
Guys, those who are not having any doubts, you can skip the meeting. We will meet on tomorrow's class. But those who are having doubts, please stay back and get them clarified.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I am in IT support at my profile. So if I join the, if I got a certificate, AWS means, so easily I join in this profile.
Right. So as I said, certification is not mandatory. First, you learn the skills. So by end of this 2 months course, you will be having complete confidence how you can work as a cloud engineer. What are the tasks as a cloud engineer you will be doing in company? So we will be modifying your resume in such a way, and you do. No need certification for getting a job. Once you join in the job, you can prepare for certification. Yes, Hemant. In tomorrow's class, I will be showing you how to create a AWS account. It's free of cost. AWS account is free for 12 months, 1 year. So every day, I will be showing you the lab sessions practically. The same thing you will be practicing at your home in your account. That is how we are going to practice the lab sessions.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. Speak. I can hear you. Pramod.
Yeah, what is the difference between AWS and Microsoft Azure?
So you see, first of all, both are cloud. First of all, you see both are cloud technologies. Whether it's a Google, Alibaba Cloud, Tencent, Salesforce, AWS, all are cloud technologies only. Everyone will be having servers, databases, networking, everything. The only difference is maybe the naming will be different. Here you will call it as EC2 instance. There you will call it as VMs, VMware, like that. But why we are going with AWS means because the opportunities are more. So if you learn one technology, automatically you can work on other technologies. But why we are learning only this? Because this is having straight away more job opportunities. Because whenever these company people are posting the job opportunities, in the description they are straight away asking for AWS. That is the reason.
And one more question.
Yeah.
After the completion of this course, in which profile we can apply?
You see, in which profile, in the sense, indirectly you're asking what is your job designation, right? So first of all, job designation.
Solution architecture.
Right. First of all, you see, don't get confused with these certifications and this one. These are just the names of certification. These has nothing to do with your job profiles. That is the name of the certifications given by AWS. So as per the companies, the designations will differ. Let's say some companies will say cloud engineer, junior cloud engineer, associate engineer. If you join in Infosys, every designation they say systems engineer, senior systems engineer. In some companies they say only software engineer, senior software, but in the bracket, or if you ask them personally, then they'll say which technology. So it doesn't matter what is your designation. Being a cloud engineer, any cloud engineer will do the same thing. You have to manage the infrastructure. How many missions you are running in the project, how many users you are maintaining them, how you are giving permissions to them, everything you will be taking care of your infrastructure, being a cloud engineer.
Okay. Yeah, as you mentioned Infosys, Revan. I left Infosys as a retail banking professional. So I can rejoin Infosys as a AWS developer.
You can take an internal shift by proving your skills. Because they will conduct a separate interview. If you take an internal transfer, then you can move in there.
No. I left Infosys as a retail banking professional.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
already left Infosys.
Why you want to join in the same company? In that sense.
Infosys itself, it's a brand. You know.
It's okay. You don't work for brand. We work for salaries.
So I can join.
Yeah, you can join. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want, if you want some promotion criteria, if you want to change your technology, again they will conduct interview. On that interview panel will be that you can take an internal shift. Yes, you can join MC.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Any others?
Yeah, sir. So no need to any code language, sir.
Yeah, no need. You no need to have any programming language. That is not at all the nature of a cloud engineer. We don't deal with any programming languages.
Yeah, you said don't use keyboard, only with mouse.
Right, mouse we can do. Yeah. Siddhartha, your answer is on the screen. Yeah, guys, those who are not having any doubts, you can skip the meeting. We'll meet tomorrow, same time, Monday. But those who are having doubts, get it clarified.
Please show the salary details once.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, Revan.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, actually, I'm currently working as a project coordinator
Okay.
for AOCL. means network monitoring. Is it useful for? Can I mention this experience?
Yeah, like straight away, first of all, you need to modify your resume such a way it looks like your domain knowledge is a networking person, and later you have upgraded your skills to AWS cloud technology. So for that, we need to do some workout on your resume. So how we need to do workout? What are the new networking level? At the same time, you are a cloud engineer. That is how it will be shown as.
Sir, after the got the job,
Yeah.
will you support?
So it's support. First of all, there is no support. Whatever we are going to discuss as part of our course, the practical things we are going to discuss. So 99% you won't be having that requirement. But in case if you have that requirement, yes, absolutely you can contact.
Oh.
Hey, hi, Ravan.
Yeah.
Actually, for example, if you got any job in MNC
Mm-hmm.
as a IAS, like in infrastructure, as a service, like in administrator,
Mm-hmm.
They will be giving any training to us, like in any period, like training.
Like yeah, you see, they will be giving training as well as KT also. You say KT, they say knowledge transfer. So whenever you join, whenever you join in a company, the first 1 to 2 months period of time, they will be giving you training and this KT knowledge transfer. That means what is your nature of job, what you have to do as part of your daily job, what is your project, where everything is there, everything they will show you in that 1 and 2 months period of time.
1 and 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, it's for example, I have an AWS in level 1, like in general things, like we are giving logs on AWS and creating instances.
Right.
And we are monitoring CloudWatch alarms, and I know SNS, you know it, everything.
Right.
SNS, we are creating notifications to every instances.
Right.
Okay. For example, I have done. I have been working past 1 year, like these services, regularly using. Not in regularly, like in infrequently. When our application and development team is asking for logs, asking to check CloudWatch alarms, what past 20 days, how it's behaving, instances and application instances, database instances. This all information, we know it. We are doing work. Once we get the job on AWS, like in Infosys, it's make any difference? Like we will face any new things, new challenges in Infosys?
Maybe the nature of job might be changing as part of the project. So whatever you said, what I understood is almost like you're just dealing with the collection of logs and creating the notification metrics. But being a cloud engineer, that is not only your job. Sometimes you have to deal with the other services also, like I have showing in this. Whatever the services you are seeing here, you need to have knowledge on all these things. Because if for a project to work properly from starting to end, you need to have a knowledge on all these services and a hands-on experience on all these things. Whatever I have mentioned on that screen, that we are going to do as part of our course. Whatever you said, just part of, I guess, almost only 2 to 3 web services, whatever you have said in this explanation. But only that 2 and 3 is not enough for getting a job as cloud engineer.
Yeah, exactly. I want what you mentioned now. Actually, what I have doubts inside of my mind.
Yeah. You do one thing. In that case, you just take my contact number from admin team. You can call me in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes, okay. I will reach.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Shani, say.
Hi. So in terms of job opportunities, who will get the most interview calls? I mean, DevOps or AWS? So what is the market share for those two job profiles?
There is nothing like that. You see, both are the trending technologies in the market, and for a project to run smoothly, there is a requirement of a cloud engineer as well as a DevOps engineer. So it's an equal priority. There is no such thing, this is more and this is less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank you.